Hello everyone, this is Unreal Noob and welcome to Unreal Engine 4 beginners tutorial. We are making an infinite runner, and in the last tutorial video we made the magnet which automatically attracts the coins from far without touching them to get the coins. And today we will be making the options menu and the shop menu. So let us get started. The first thing we need to do is, in our content folder, we open up our runner folder, and in widgets we create a new widget. We call it UI underscore options, and we make another one and we will call it UI underscore shop. In the UI options, let us add in a blur. This one would be, size would be 1920 by 1080. Okay, and now we would like to add let's see, we'd want to add a vertical box, or yeah, let us add a horizontal box. Blur strength, let's make it make the blur strength to be 10, and then the horizontal box, this one would also be 1920 by 1080, and we would like to add a scroll box into the horizontal box, and this scroll box would be on the other side. Also we would want to add a vertical box to the horizontal box, so that yeah, the scroll box is to the right side. Let's make this we can actually fill it, make sure it's filled. So within the vertical box we'll add in another horizontal box, and this one, the first thing that it will have is two texts. Three texts actually, and one slider. Let's change the size of all these to be 40, and we don't want this vertical box. Let's put in another horizontal box maybe. No, not inside that, inside this. No, we want it to be inside the vertical box itself, right? Yeah. Wait, above this, let it be auto. From the top, let it be, no, only just the bottom would be enough. 50, 100 is good enough. Over here in that one we'll have a button, and this button would be our close button. Let's see what the size. And also let us add a text. No, we don't need to add a text, we just need to add cross to it. Image size would be 50 by 50, maybe more than that, 150 by 150. That is way too much. Let's do 80 by 80. That is good enough for us, like that. And the other thing, yeah, we don't need anything else. And let's take care of the slider. Let's make it fill. We'll have a left padding of 150 and the right padding of another 150, like that. All of let's do a right padding of 20. This would be nothing at all. It will just have a right padding of 100, and let's call this one music, and this one would be the value that it is. For the slider, we know we don't need that much. 20, 60, 60, 50 is enough. And let's move it to this side. Yeah, let's do that. 150, and this one should be 50. Yeah, that is good. And we'll just call this one music. Let's duplicate this one. We will call it SFX, and we'll have a top padding of 40. 50 is fine, and we will rename this one to SFX. SFX, there we go. Let's do 50, 60, 100, 90. 90 is fine, looks good enough. And now we just want to add a button. We don't want it to be this big. We want to add a text to it. This one will be called reset, because we don't want that reset button to be in the menu. What we could do is let's have this button outside this. Let's have it outside of everything. Let's place it over here just like that. For now, let's see if we face some issues, we can later figure it out. Anchor it to the bottom right. And we are more or less done with this part. Make sure draw as an image. Now we'd want to also, yeah, on pressed, make sure the image is same. Let's make sure image, okay. And now on clicked, we would like to create widget. Owning player would be get owning player. And let's first main menu. First let's do a remove from parent, unplug this. Alt and mouse, left mouse is for unplugging. And then we would like to add to viewport, compile, save. And also let us open the main menu so that we want to duplicate these options. This one would be called shop, and the text one over here should say shop as well. In the options button, let's make sure on clicked we want to do the same thing. From here, just make this one to options and remove from parent, and this one should be like that. Let's check it out. We press option, this one pops up. We right, that bugs out a bit, so let's see why it bugs out. Let's go to designer, hovered, make sure this is cross as well. This is an image. Make sure all of these are 80, 80, 80 and 80, and the background blur, make sure it just crosses the screen a bit, like that. Let's check it again. Options, yeah, it does not bug out anymore. Okay, so in the main menu, in this, let us go to the code for the reset. Yeah, reset. Let us cut it, and we will in this reset button, on clicked, we would just copy paste the code, right click on the save game name and create variable, compile, and go back over here, save game name, copy this name, and make sure to save it in this one, and let us delete this button altogether. But before, yeah, let's just delete this button altogether. We do not need this. Let's play. We no longer have this button. This one does nothing. Right, clicking over here does nothing. We go to option. If we press reset, we have 81 right now. Option reset, and it resets. Everything works as usual. This slider does nothing at this moment. We will be changing that shortly. Let's see if we can also change the size of this. I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can. Options, we cannot change the size of the slider. It's okay though. Let us go to the player struct, magnet duration. Let's do something. Let's create another struct. It should be blueprint structure. We'll call it struct menu. So we have the magnet. Yeah, we have the magnet duration. Make that float, and then new variable, let's call it music volume, and the next one would be sfx volume. Magnet duration by default would be 15. Music volume would be 100, this one would be 100 as well. Let's not make it to 100, make it to 1 and 1, so it would go from 0 to 1. Let us go in the main menu over here. We will yeah, in the content folder in save game we need to create another save game. In the all under the all classes, type in save game again and select, we'll call it bp underscore menu save. And we'll make a variable, we'll call it menu struct, and this one would be the structure menu we created. Compile, save. We now need to open up our player controller. And delete it from here. We will make another variable, we'll call it menu stat, and this one will be struct menu. Let's break, plug in the magnet duration, hide that pin. In main menu, open click on this blueprints, open level blueprint. Over here in begin play we would like to do a sequencer. Now we want to check, does save game exist? We want to promote this to a variable. Let's call it menu save. We branch it. We'll make functions, call it save game, and the other one would be called load game. And over here we would want to do a load game from slot. The slot name would be this. Let's promote this to a variable. We'll call it menu save. Menu save reference. Let's go back to our save game. We do another, does save game exists? You plug this in over there, compile again. Let's call it menu save. Compile, save, make sure. Yeah. Okay. You branch. If does save game exist, let's call in our load game function just as we did before. If false, then we would like to create save game object. It would be our menu save. Let's link it like this. Would next cast to menu save game. We also need to get our PC ref, get player controller, let get menu stats, get menu struct. We would like to we would set members magnet duration. It's simply break the struct. We'll get the magnet duration and plug it in just like that. And then we would like to save game to slot. The reference would be this, and the slot name would be the menu save. And in the load game we would do the same thing, cast to menu save. Actually, let us just copy paste this and put it over here. Just like that. And I think we are done at this point. And in the event graph, we don't need to do this. We just call in save game. In the options menu, not in the options menu, sorry, let us open up our shop, UI shop. We'll add another blur in this. Let's make it 1920 by 1080. Let's increase it a bit on all sides. Anchor it to the center. We would like to add a vertical box. A vertical or a horizontal? A vertical box. First, let's make it to the center. 0 0 500 by 500, 0.5 by 0.5. Okay, let us add texts in here. The first one, these should be inside the vertical box. Yeah, we need to add a horizontal box first inside the vertical box, and the text goes inside it, and we'll just just like that. The first one would be called magnet duration. Let's size it up like this. Magnet duration, padding to the right would be 1/5. Let's go 300, 500, 800, 900. Actually 800 would be enough because we would like to make it to 40. These as well, let's change them to 40. This one would be whatever we have at this moment. Let's make 30, 40, 50, 60, and we want to add a button. I made a mistake over there. Let's make button over there, and this text will go on the button itself. Left, let's make 1/5. No, sorry about that, not the text, the button itself. From the left, 115. Never mind, let's just add it over here. From the left, 150. Yeah, that is good enough. And let's call it grade. This one, let's bind it, create binding. Load came from slot. Let's promote this one to variable, call it menus save. Make sure it's called the same thing as over here, menu save. And then we want to cast to menu save. We want to get menu struct. Let's break that one, and the magnet duration would go in over there just like that, and let's do that over there like that. So the shop does not open yet because we have nothing on the shop. Okay, let's see what it is. Access none trying to read PC ref from. Let's add in a delay. आ जाओ. The event graph before saving, let's add in a delay of 0.2, just like that. Let's play now. Shop does nothing. System trying to read. Did I do something wrong? Load game. Nothing seems to be wrong. It's the same. Right. We do not have a player controller for the menu to begin with. So what we'd like to do is outside. Okay, bp underscore menu game mode base, and we'll just be using the menu game mode base, and just for the controller we'll be using the bp player controller, just like that. So we can go back to the PC ref we made, get player controller, right, get player stat, set members. Oh no, sorry, we don't want the place. Yeah, struct men, menu stat, plug that in like that, just like that. Now we should be good to go. Let's see, shop option, let's close it, let's quit the game, close, no message logs, dismiss. Let's play it again, options, close shop, quit the game, no errors anymore, so we are good to go. And in the main menu, let's make sure this one is done as well. So on clicked, let's just copy and paste this one, and over here we'll just be adding the UI shop, and when you click the shop, our magnet duration shows up, that is 15, and that is that over there. This one pops up at this moment, yeah, because because we are using our player controller class, and the player controller class, I think in begin play we made that widget UI player HUD, so we need to remove this player HUD reference. So let us go to the menu map, event graph, in begin play, get player controller, PC ref, let's plug this in, we want to get the player HUD, get player HUD reference. We want to remove from parent. Let's just set visibility to hidden. Let's check how that works. Let's add in a delay of 0.2 seconds again, and that works just fine. You play this game and the HUD pops up over here again. You go to main menu, there's nothing. You open up the shop, shows the magnet duration. Currently it is 15, and if we press upgrade, it should upgrade to, let's say, 20. We have no errors, right? Let's check again. Start. Everything's working. Everything's working. Let's go to main menu. Shop, it shows up. We have no way to get back to the main menu, so let us do that in the UI shop. Let us add a button. To the canvas panel. Let's put it over there, anchor it to below. The image would be no, there should not be any image. Oh, wait, this is the shop, right? Yeah, so let us anchor it to over here. This is a cross image, 80 by 80, maybe a bit more. That would be enough. Paste cross, same 80 by 80. Pressed, it should be an image as well. In hovered, let's do a cross again. It should be 80 by 80 again, an image. And if we press on this but on clicked, we would do the same thing we did for this. Make sure this one is set to main menu. Shop, we close this. Shop, as you can see, it glows when you click hover over it. Even in the options it does not. We'll check that why that happens. This one, it is glowing as it was supposed to do. Let's see, what did we do wrong? Normal, hovered, and pressed, all of these have that. And in the option on this one, image, hovered, and pressed, all of these have the same thing. The UI shop UI option, let's have the hovered. Let tint options, and cross, all of them are cross. It's the same one. No idea why it's doing that. Two, three, two, one. 2, 3, 2, 1, same. We can check that later on, I think. Let's go to shop. I think it's because we do not have a blur over here, so let's try to remove the blur from the options as well. Let's see what that does. Option, yeah, that was it, the blur. So you can choose not to have a blur, instead you can have an image in the background as well. uh, okay, so in the option, no, in the shop, this upgrade button, um, let's click on this button. On clicked, let's does game exist. No, sorry, uh, load game from slot name should that cast to bp menu save get. We also want to do a pc ref. uh, Sorry about that. Let's get the player controller, and from here let's get the struct, and over here as well menu stat. We want to break this one. Let's get whatever we have, we just add 5 to it and just set members height and connected pins. This one would be set members as well. Duration, this one will be duration as well, just like that, just like that. And then we want to save game to slot. Let's promote this to variable. We'll call it menu save ref. We'll plug this one in over here and the menu save over here, and this one should do it. Let's say shop, we upgrade it, it's 20 now. Also for checking purposes, let us go over here in the event tick, let's do that, and menu stat break, we want to print string, just like that, and after a delay of every 1 seconds we want to print it, so that we know we go back and it's saved to 20 as before. We start the game, it is 20, no it is not, it is set to 15. So it's not saving someplace. Let's go over here, and at the very beginning we want to load game from slot. The slot name would be the same as this menu save. Menu save, we want to cast to menu save stat, no, menu struct, and we want to set this over here. We'll just plug this in, and hopefully this will fix it. We go to shop, we have that 20, and over here it's 20 again. Voila, and our game works properly. So also for visualizing, like till when we have our magnet set, let us add a static mesh. We'll call this we'll just add the static mesh of the magnet, make sure it's of the proper size, maybe 0.1. 0.2 was better, right? And we would want to just make it a child of the mesh. Open up the mesh, open up this it's not a physics asset, it's a skeleton. It's a skeleton, yeah. In the skeleton tree we have a hand L. We don't want it in the hand L, we want it in the hand R. Okay, so go back to BP player, and over here parent socket, make it in the static mesh of this magnet, let us call it magnet, and we'll add it to the hand, not hand L, sorry, it should be hand R. We'll make sure it's 0 0 0. And for adding things we want to pause animes so that it does not move like that. Let's get hold of the magnet. I have no idea how I want it to be. And yeah, let's just make this 0.1 only. Make sure this one is closed so you can snip however you want it to be. Maybe I'll just keep it like this. Okay, I think I'm more or less satisfied with how it looks at this moment. I don't think it can be better. Anyhow. Okay, make sure the pause animes is set to false again. And in the event graph we would over here we would like branch, and we would like to get the PC ref again. Get player reference, sorry, get player controller, and promote this to variable. We'll call it PC ref. PC ref, just like that. We want to get is magnet active. If it is true, we get this magnet. Set feasibility, we do once, copy paste over here just like that again. Also before this we want sequence for these, so do once, this one would be on the reset and this one would be on the reset again, just like that. Complicate uncompleted, this one set visibility would be true and set visibility would be false, like that. And by default it would be set visibility, not set visibility, just visibility would be turn it off. So let's start the game. We have 20 magnet duration, so it should be in our hand for 20 seconds. Let us find the magnet. There we have one, and you can see we have the magnet in our hand while he's running. Let's get in the magnet. And yeah, after 20 seconds it just goes off, and the delay is not retriggerable, so even if you press pick up a magnet while there is a magnet in hand, it will not reset the count. So let's just pick up another one. Let's count it for 20 seconds. And there we have it. After 20 seconds it vanishes, which is perfect for us. And let us just die. We have died. Let's go back to the shop. Let's upgrade it to 25. Let's start the game. It's 25 again. Why did it show 31st again? I wonder. But let's make sure it's 25. Let's do the countdown. Let's see, it should be 25 now. Perfect, 25 seconds. So let us die again. Let's go to shop, upgrade it to 30. Let's start. It's 30. I don't know why there's 5 extra over there. Might be something I did in the code. Might be something. Let's pick up that one and let's see if it 30 is fine. And it was for 30 seconds. Nice. So we have made this working, and let's see what the time is. It's 50 near 2, so I'll just close it over here, and I will see you guys in the next video. And before I go, as usual, please, if you enjoyed this video and if you learned something from it, please like and subscribe, because that really helps me a lot. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.